son has returned. I bring the destruction of Olympus!
The Titans will fail again!
The final march to Olympus, with rage and vengeance more brutal than ever. Kratos, against the guardians of Olympus. He swung his twin chained blades. Just then,
You challenge me, mortal? A god of Olympus? A true warrior does not hide, Poseidon! Leave the scene and face me! You have disrespected the gods for the last time, Kratos.
riding on a chariot, the god of the seas, Poseidon, manifested his might. He wielded violent storms and waves. But to Kratos, again, size wasn't an issue. So, the cornered Poseidon tried to take down Gaia first instead. But no seas of vast depth could sink the inner flame within the White Warrior.
Zeus should have kept you where you belong. No matter how many gods fall, there will always be another to stand against you.
They will fall as well.
The death of Olympus means the death of us all.
With the sea god killed, none could hold back the tides from flooding the world. But Kratos didn't care, more or less. Because the very object of his vengeance was right in front of his eyes.
What will you do, Father? You can no longer hide behind the skirts of Athena.
Athena is dead because of the rage that consumed you, Kratos. What more will you destroy?
The hands of death could not defeat me. The sisters of fate could not hold me. And you will not see the end of this day. I will have my revenge!
Excellent child! I will tolerate your insolence no more!
help you, we will both fall. Even now, Zeus gains.
The destruction of Zeus is why you saved me from death!
I saved you to serve the Titans.
Do not deny me my revenge!
Listen carefully, Kratos. You were a simple pawn, nothing more. Zeus is no longer your concern. This is our war, not yours.
Gaia!
I have lived as a warrior. I have died as a god. Having suffered the ultimate sacrifice, I have been denied release. I will defeat Olympus. I will have my revenge.
Another betrayal and fall for Kratos. The dark hands of River STYX made Kratos lose his powers again. But the ghost of Sparta wasn't notorious for backing away.
We are not finished, Zeus. The gates of Hades have never held me!
Death cannot hold those with purpose, Kratos.
Athena,
I have missed you, Spartan.
I don't...
My sacrifice to save Zeus has brought me to a higher existence.
You still appear to be an Olympian.
Appearances can be deceiving, Kratos.
Unforeseen return of Athena. Now reborn into a higher existence, she realized that as long as Zeus reigns, there is no hope for mankind. Athena advised that only through the flame of Olympus may the warrior kill the king of gods. Again, Kratos wouldn't care less about the fate of man.
Let them suffer. The death of Zeus is all that matters.
But if he could kill Zeus, the details didn't matter. Thus, with the blaze of exile in his hands, Kratos traversed the realm of Hades. The world of dead raiding men, poor souls lost for eternity, and home to many abominable monsters. Kratos used his new pair of blades to massacre the beings in front of him, and soon reunited with a fond property of his.
Kratos?
How do you know of me?
You're the ghost of Sparta. Everyone knows who you are. Everyone is afraid of you.
There are reasons for that.
I'm not afraid of you.
It is good you're not afraid, child. Fear is a heavy burden.
I'm not a child, Kratos.
It does not matter what you are. My concerns lay elsewhere.
Blade of Olympus retrieved, making full use of its might. Kratos sought his way out of the underworld. But at this point, a frequent visitor here, the master of this realm, intended to make him stay.
Kratos, so glad you could carve out some time for us.
Battle against the god of the underworld, Hades. Swinging his death-bringing hooks, the Lord of the Dead commanded the damned souls of hell at will to reap Kratos' soul and make it his. But the Spartan's soul was loaded with anger against the gods. It wasn't something that could be tamed. Thus, Kratos took the power of death to his own. In hopes of taking that power back, the ruler of Underworld demonstrated his full potential. But as the god was ripped from his very source of power, he had no choice but to retire from his throne. So, granting death to death itself, Kratos used that power to safely cross the river. It encountered the smith of gods, Hephaestus in exile.
Leave me be! I tell you, I have paid the price.
When Pandora's box was opened, Zeus, consumed by anger, took away his most beloved creation, Pandora, and imprisoned Hephaestus in the depths of hell. He asked the White Warrior to rescue his daughter.
Your child is not my concern.
But surely you can understand. You were once a father, too.
After conquering hell, the ghosts of Sparta entered Olympia through a portal. This great city, just under Mount Olympus, was being destroyed by sun god Helios in the Titans' battle. And the one who betrayed Kratos was there also.
You live, Spartan? The blood of CRONOS serves you well.
Gaia asked for help without any shame.
Help you!
Yes, child! Quickly!
So, to the Titan barely hanging for her life, a little help was given. With a good old revenge, Kratos entered the center of the city, destroying the undead, filling the poor city to the very brim. As Chimera, the hybrid monster, blocked his path, Kratos kindly disassembled his way through. Then he found and aimed a ballista to the distracted sun god. The Olympian sentinels shielded the wounded god. Their onyx shields were unbreakable, but with the timely appearance of a Cyclops wielding massive power, the shields proved vulnerable. So, as there was no one to protect Helios from Kratos, it was the powerless sun god's turn to die.
Kratos, I have not forgotten the debt I owe you. Save me now, as you once saved me from Atlas. And I promise to repay you in full.
If you wish to repay me, tell me where I can find the flame of Olympus.
The flame? You will never defeat Zeus, Spartan. You will forfeit your life in trying.
Of all the lives you should worry about, Helios, mine is not one of them.
Feel the power of the...
Dark clouds blocked the sun with Helios' death. But, thanks to this new nifty flashlight, Kratos could easily go across the darkness. Soon, he found a chain of balance, connected to the Olympus Palace. Seeking for the flame, the ghost of Sparta ascended. Dodging the falling boulders, he continued a rather turbulent flight. Searching high and then higher up, Kratos finally found the flame of Olympus.
Pandora's box? What is the meaning of this?
Your eyes do not deceive you, Kratos. It is the same box you opened years ago. The power to kill a god still rests inside.
I released those powers when I killed Ares.
No. Trapped inside that box, there is a stronger power. It has been missing from the world. It all began when Zeus triumphed over the Titans in the Great War. Zeus understood that the evils born from that battle, if left free, would destroy the world of man and gods. To contain these evils, Zeus commissioned Hephaestus to build a vessel strong enough to hold them. Fear, greed, hate. He locked them all away in the box in hopes that they would never again infect his reign. When you opened the box to kill Ares, you drew from the forbidden powers. After witnessing your victory, fear gripped Zeus.
But the flame is deadly. How can I recover the box?
With its namesake, Kratos.
Pandora?
She is the key to destroying the flame, the key to our revenge. This will be difficult, Spartan.
A simple child will not trouble me, Athena.
I hope you are right, Ghost of Sparta.
The creation of Hephaestus, the smith god, and the only way to put out the flame, Pandora. Kratos made his way deeper into Olympus to find her, but a nettlesome obstacle was waiting for him.
Look who it is! Kratos, the ghost of Sparta, the fallen god, the cursed mortal.
To catch a fly from the ass of Zeus is not worth my time, Hermes.
A coward's words, Kratos. You don't try to catch me because you know you can't. Kratos, where are you off to today?
The fastest in Olympus and the messenger of the gods, Hermes.
What makes you think you can ever catch me?
Like his feet, his mouth never stopped.
Lazy mortal!
Running through the falling ruins, Hermes incessantly taunted Kratos, hindering his way.
Nice try, Kratos!
But even the best runner of Olympus couldn't outrun the brutal, inhuman tactics of the Spartan.
I thought Spartans fought with honor, and yet you seek to kill me when I have no way to defend myself? Not fair. Today you may defeat me, but in the end, Kratos, in the end, you'll betray only yourself. Leave me alone!
By slaying yet another Olympian, Kratos brought destruction one step closer. Using the boots of Hermes, he parkoured his way with extreme speed to enter the heart of Olympus.
Bravo! Bravo! Our hero has arrived. Applause for another bastard child of Zeus.
Hera, I seek the child,
Pandora? That wretched little thing my son Hephaestus created? Well, we can't have you do that, my friend. Destroy him.
Hello, brother.
This is not between us.
Think about it, brother. While I was stuck cleaning the Augean stables, he chose you to destroy Ares. Perhaps he did allow me to kill the Nemean lion, but he made your name known amongst the people. A fierce warrior, a killer-made hero, a man made a god.
You aspire to be an Olympian, yet their reign is ending.
We'll see about that.
The greatest hero of Olympus, wielding a symbol of one of his greatest labor. A cestus engraved with the Nemean lion, the demigod known for his strength, Hercules. But unfortunately, his opponent was a mortal who became god. The warrior ruthlessly took off Hercules' armor and showed him the strength that made him god of war. But Hercules the demigod defeated, and the powers of the newfound cestus, he broke anything or anyone that stood in his way, and hurried to find Pandora. But he was a bit late. Zeus found out Kratos' intentions and imprisoned her to the labyrinth that Daedalus, father of Icarus, constructed to contain Pandora.
Help! Help, Kratos!
As the bridge to the labyrinth was inactive, the only one that could help him was no other than a crafty smith.
Aphrodite, I knew you would return to me. Kratos. Tell me, has Aphrodite conquered another god of war?
That is a question you should ask your wife. I seek the labyrinth.
I thought you sought only the flame. What could you possibly want in... No! Stay away from her! Stay away from Pandora, Kratos! You are the reason she is in the labyrinth! The reason I live here in hell!
I have done you no wrong, Hephaestus.
Oh, but you have, Spartan. You opened the box.
I did what had to be done.
Clearly, you don't understand. The evils of the Great War cannot easily be contained. I forged the box in a power greater than the gods themselves. The flame of Olympus. As the raw metal took shape, I realized the flame was the safest place to protect it. The lock was set. All that was needed was a key, a way to retrieve the box. Created from the very heart of the flame, the key took on a life of its own. Pandora. A child, neither living nor dead. I grew to love her, Spartan, and she grew to love me as her father. When Zeus came to take the box, I hid Pandora away. I told him that storing the box on the back of CRONOS would be the safest place. After all, who could best the Titan? I lied. I did it to save my child. Surely you can understand that. It was your triumph using the box that revealed my deceit. Zeus tortured me until I confessed the truth of my beloved Pandora. He took her away, leaving me alone in my torment. Don't you understand? If you take her to the flame...
Understand this, Smith God. I will stop at nothing to destroy Zeus.
But if you... You're right, Spartan. If it means the death of Zeus, I'd be happy to help you. Perhaps. Yes, of course. We'll need the Omphila stone. With it, I'll make you a weapon.
I have weapons.
Ah, but not like this. This weapon will give you the retribution you so rightly deserve. The stone rests in the pit of Tartarus. Bring it to me and I will help you.
Leaving somewhat suspicious Hephaestus behind. To retrieve the very stone, Rhea used to trick CRONOS, the Omphila stone. Kratos arrived in the deepest pit of Tartarus. In this very place where the first Titanomachy occurred, Kratos carried out his usual routine of bringing destruction and reaping the souls of the damned. Until he found a familiar face.
The murderer of Gaia enters my tomb. CRONOS! I know it was you who killed her, Spartan. Who else could? I live in torment because of you. After you took the box from Pandora's temple, Zeus was consumed with fear. He banished me to the pits of Tartarus. I was tasked by the gods to kill Ares. You killed Ares out of your need for vengeance. But this time, retribution finally comes to me, Spartan.
battle against CRONOS, leader of Titans and Zeus's father.
Kratos, your death will not be a gentle one.
Like squashing insects on one's body, CRONOS swung his hands with great force. But regrettably, this insect was a lethal one. Cutting open already open wounds, and using the shackles chaining CRONOS, Kratos dealt a lethal blow to the Titan. Thus, bringing an end to one of the most ancient beings. As Kratos handed the Olympus stone over, Hephaestus, as promised, made him something to activate the Labyrinth's bridge.
Yeah, your retribution!
To protect his daughter, who would be ultimately sacrificed, Hephaestus pulled a desperate measure. But Kratos had enough divine betrayals pulled on him, and Hephaestus' doing was just another entry on his list.
My beautiful Pandora. Please, spare her. Pandora, forgive me.
Kratos rushed to the labyrinth. With Hephaestus' weapon, he reactivated the bridge, and soon encountered a goddess in a mess.
Mortal. How dare you challenge us? You think you can just walk away? We aren't finished. Good luck with that little whore you call Pandora.
With Hera's death, all plants perished, ignoring the world being diminished of hope. Kratos finally arrived in Daedalus' labyrinth. In this forever shifting gimmick of constantly making new puzzles in the maze, lied many deadly traps and the evil that lurked in it, including a menacing giant scorpion. All kinds of dangers eagerly awaited its challenger. But as the time of revenge could not be sooner than now, nothing could stop Kratos. And thus, the labyrinth was conquered in each step. And Kratos found Pandora at last.
Pandora! What has he done?
He told me to never talk to you again. He told me if I did, he would hurt you the way he hurt my father.
He won't.
He told me he would kill you.
He can't. We must leave this place.
Come, I can show you the way.
Kratos attempted to escape with Pandora. As Pandora carried out her part, and Kratos protected her from danger. They worked as a team to make their way out. And this was unlike what we have seen previously in God of War so far.
Thank you, Kratos.
Our journey is far from over, Pandora. By its end, you will not be thanking me.
I know I look it, but I'm not a child, Kratos. I've seen many terrible things. I'm not afraid. I understand what lies ahead. I saw Zeus torture my father. I saw him beaten because of me. I should have helped him, but I was afraid.
Hephaestus did what every father should do. Protect his child.
No! It's all my fault. I failed him because of fear. Fear is its own kind of darkness. In that darkness, I heard what the gods said about me. They called me a monster.
Words mean nothing.
Perhaps. But in their words, I heard fear. The fear of an ash-covered warrior. The fear of you. As the fear in the gods rose, mine was replaced by hope.
Hope is for the weak, Pandora.
Hope is what makes us strong. It is why we are here. It is what we fight with when all else is lost.
So, they successfully made it out alive. And Kratos climbed the chain of balance to Olympus. And now, he only had to sacrifice Pandora to uncover the power hidden in Pandora's box. Yet, even though the moment for the grand finale of his revenge against the gods neared, Kratos felt something heavy in his chest.
There it is! I can see it, Kratos. In the darkness, the fires of hope will set us free.
Pandora, no!
You know why I'm here. You brought me here to do this.
I will find another way.
No, Kratos. There is no other way. Let me go!
No, child!
I am not a child! You're hurting me! Kratos, help!
Put her down, Zeus!
Your obsession with this thing has become somewhat of a nuisance, my son.
Release the girl, Zeus!
Don't confuse this object, this construction of Hephaestus with your own flesh and blood. But perhaps you already have, Spartan. Your quest for Pandora, your pathetic attempt for atonement from the family you slaughtered, has caused nothing but havoc on Olympus. Look around at what you have done.
I see only what I have come to destroy.
Taking pity on you has been my greatest mistake, Kratos. Kratos. Just as taking pity on this thing will prove to be your greatest mistake.
This has nothing to do with her!
It has everything to do with her!
Put her down!
As you wish.
The time to end this ill-fated relationship. Once more against the King of Gods. The Ghost of Sparta. Kratos gave all he had. Thus, the two powerful beings put up an extended brawl. With many powers he acquired from his journey, Kratos gradually overcame Zeus.
Kratos! Do not let her into the flame!
This is what I am meant to do! You know that! Please!
Hush!
Kratos, you know this is the only way!
Don't listen to her, Kratos. For once in your pathetic life, don't fail. Don't fail her like you failed your family.
Pandora!
Power to kill a god. After all you have sought, after all you have sacrificed, it ends in another stunning failure!
Nothing was hidden in this box. Pandora's life was given up for nothing. The guilt that he failed to protect another child converted into an uncontrollable rage. And in this palace, with a view of the ending world, the father and son started their one last fight. Just then,
the reign of Olympus ends now.
Gaia! You live?
My world, it bleeds because of you. I never sought your death, Spartan. Yet you have left me no choice.
Your pawn has failed you, Gaia. Perhaps you should have chosen the other one.
Enough! Father and son will die together.
like so, within the Titan's body, in front of Gaia's thumping heart, Kratos and Zeus collided once more.
I'll put an end to this chaos.
with lightning speed and powers to duplicate himself, as well as shamefully siphoning power from his motherly figure. Zeus overwhelmed Kratos without mercy. But an unexplainable power within Kratos had kept him alive, making him rise again and again. After connecting relentless strikes after strikes, Kratos finally stabbed Zeus in his heart. Kratos swallowed in darkness. The darkness showed Kratos of his terrible sins and sunk him in despair. But despair wasn't the only thing in the darkness.
Kratos, in the darkness, the fires of hope will set us free.
As a flame of hope, Pandora guided the way forward, and Kratos confronted his deeds.
To be forgiven, you must find the power to forgive yourself.
Thus, with the power to forgive himself, Kratos followed the light and swung through the nightmares of his past.
Don't fail her like you failed your family.
To at last find hope.
Power to kill God.
Hope is what makes us strong. It is why we are here. It is what we fight with when all else is lost.
Done well, Kratos. Freed from the bondage of Olympus and cleansed in chaos, mankind is now ready to hear my message.
Look around you, Athena. The world stands in ruin. What good is your message?
Go if you must. But first, I insist you give me the power from inside the box.
The box was empty.
That can't be true. I can see it in your eyes. You used my power to kill Zeus. You still have it as we speak. Don't you understand? When Zeus gathered all the evils and placed them in the box, I dreaded what would happen if it was opened again. And so, I summoned the most powerful weapon in the world, and I placed it in the box.
I told you, it was empty. Pandora was sacrificed in vain. She died because of my need for vengeance.
You must be mistaken. You used my power to kill Zeus. I saw you do it. Unless... Of course. When you opened the box, you released the evils to the gods. Infected them. Changed them. Zeus himself fell prey to the dark evils. This is why he became so enraged and obsessed with your death. He was consumed by the evil, fear. I thought the power I placed in the box was never released. All these years I assumed you drew from the evils inside to destroy Ares. But I was wrong. The power you took from the box is mine. From it, you gained the strength that Zeus could never destroy. A strength great enough to overcome fear. Locked deep inside of you, Kratos, is hope. It has remained buried, trapped by your guilt and the failures of your past. When you killed Zeus, you must have allowed something to awaken it. What was it, Kratos?
Hope is what makes us strong. It is why we are here. It is what we fight with when all else is lost.
What was it, Kratos?
All I remember is what I have lost.
That is why you should give me the power. I understand its true meaning and where it belongs. I trust you to do the right thing, Kratos.
You shouldn't.
You owe me this, Kratos.
I owe you nothing.
I made you a god. I sheltered you from the wrath of Olympus. I delivered your revenge on Zeus.
It is over, Athena.
You would dare strike me down? Again?
My vengeance ends now.
You disappoint me, Spartan.
My son, we do not fight because the world makes us fight. We fight for a greater purpose. We forge into the unknown to fulfill the promise we made. No matter the darkness, nothing will stand in our way. Again.